Tesla Giga Berlin received 2 more early approvals, and Elon Musk's company stock sales reached nearly $8 billion after the application was submitted on Monday. LFP batteries are cheaper than some other lithium-ion chemicals, and it may be difficult for other manufacturers to make such a change without having to do homework. The current valuation of Lucid Group is just over $86 billion. Rawlinson believes that the rise of Lucid proves that its current valuation is more like Tesla than a traditional car manufacturer. Tesla Shanghai is preparing for another round of exports. Photos of Model Y and Model 3 vehicles at Chinese ports are shared online. Welcome to Technopole. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell icon to get updated with Tesla, Elon Musk, and everything about the EV industry. The Brandenburg Ministry of Environment announced that Tesla Berlin has received 2 other early approvals. Another round of repetitive discussions on Giga Berlin's full license approval is scheduled to begin on Tuesday. Giga Berlin's latest preliminary permit allows Tesla to build more parts of the factory's wastewater pretreatment plant and install technical equipment in the central supply and disposal building. The Brandenburg State Environmental Office also allowed the construction of pipe bridges with pipes, fittings, and pumps at the Berlin Super Factory. Tesla can continue to conduct operational tests in Giga Berlin to check the reliability of its systems in the foundry and paint shop. Giga Berlin's advanced paint shop seems to have passed the reliability test. We recently saw a photo of Crimson Model Y passing through the paint shop. According to reports, Giga Berlin's paint options were also leaked through the Tesla app. Tesla only continued to build the Berlin Gigafactory with early approval. The company has not yet received full and final environmental approval for Giga Berlin. Another round of discussions on the construction of the Berlin Super Base Station is scheduled to begin on Tuesday. The upcoming round is a repeat of the October talks when more than 800 objections were discussed. Earlier, the Environmental Protection Association accused the Environmental Office of announcing that the final round of discussions was too late. In order to consolidate Tesla's final license and avoid any violations in its approval process, the office decided to repeat the round of discussions and postpone the operation of Giga Berlin for at least 1 month. The next round of Giga Berlin discussions is expected to last until November 22, 2021. The Berlin Gigafactory may be another breakthrough factory for Tesla, just like Shanghai has since started operations. Adam Jonas of Morgan Stanley believes that the Berlin Gigafactory is the car factory of the future. Elon Musk continued to sell Tesla shares on Monday night. The new S-4 file submitted to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission shows that Musk sold an additional $931 million worth of Tesla assets, bringing the total to date to $7.8 billion. According to a Twitter poll in South Africa, Musk plans to sell 10% of Tesla's shares. The Born CEOs took office on November 6. Musk said that he sold the stock to pay taxes on unrealized capital gains, but he may intend to exercise an option that expires in August 2022. According to documents from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Musk's actions on Tesla stock on Monday included the sale of 934,000 shares and the exercise of 2.1 million options. The stock sale and option changes on Monday are almost the same as what Musk did on Monday, November 8th. The only major difference is the sales value. Tesla's stock price on Monday is lower than its stock price on November 8, so the cash value of the sale is $931 million. Last Monday's sales were $1.1 billion. The Tesla CEO stock sale is about halfway through, which will accumulate nearly $15 billion for Musk's use. This may be a huge tax bill requiring him to pay nearly $10 billion for exercised options. The options tax rate is 40.8%. In the entire process of selling his holdings, Musk has always been a man of his word. Although Musk's poll on Twitter showed that 57.9% of respondents wanted him to sell Tesla's stock, and his CEO personally stated that he would comply with the survey results, he has been swift and consistent when selling shares behavior. Since last Wednesday, 2 days after the first stock sale, Tesla has filed S-4 forms almost every day. The SEC requires that the S-4 form be published within 2 business days after the stock is sold. Although Musk sold the stock, Tesla's stock has not been affected much. Since last Wednesday, the stock has actually risen by 3.46% and is trading at $1,043.96 at the time of writing. Tesla has maintained its trillion-dollar valuation during most of the stock sales, only briefly fell into the 4 club during Monday's trading, and then recovered when it regained its $1 trillion valuation. We know that Tesla offers one of the longest range and most energy-efficient electric cars in the world. While the company is rapidly expanding production and sales, its products are also constantly evolving. Last month, Tesla officially announced that all of its standard series, entry-level cars will use lithium iron phosphate battery chemistry worldwide. LFP batteries are cheaper than some other lithium-ion chemistries, such as NCA and NCM, do not use cobalt, provide high cycle life, fast charging, and very good safety. The main disadvantage is the low energy density. This is an interesting thing pointed out by ARK Invest through Sawyer Merritt. Tesla, through its focus on energy efficiency, has a unique advantage in being able to adapt and benefit from LFP batteries' profit. We believe that Tesla is positioned uniquely for LFP chemistry because of its industry-leading drivetrain efficiency. Superior efficiency suggests that, unlike its competition, Tesla will offer acceptable range at lower prices with LFP batteries. Tesla can simply use low energy density battery chemistries in standard range cars and still provide a decent range, 250 miles or 402 kilometers. It may be difficult for other manufacturers to make such a conversion because their models are not efficient enough, especially if they are built using the general car platforms instead of dedicated to electric vehicles. We have already seen that because many electric vehicles must have a larger than Tesla battery pack, higher battery capacity can provide a similar range as Tesla models. It comes at a price, higher weight, and cost. It also limits the options with the LFP packs because consumers will not necessarily be willing to buy 150-200 mile BEV. Manufacturers must achieve a certain level of efficiency in order to adapt LFP batteries to their entry-level electric vehicles and remain competitive. It has its meaning because, in order to improve efficiency, OEM must go all out, adopt sophisticated designs, and possibly carry out a lot of vertical integration. So what do you think? Is it a valid point that efficiency improvements are required to unlock LFP to other manufacturers in Europe and North America? Proceeding to the next update. Rivian's market value has soared after the IPO. As of November 17, the electric car startup is valued at approximately $140 billion, more than the Volkswagen Group and behind only Tesla and Toyota. This is extraordinary and unusual for a company that produces only 200 cars. But Rivian is not the only electric car startup whose stock price has soared recently. Lucid Group is in a similar situation, and its current valuation is slightly higher than $86 billion. This makes it the 8th largest automaker by market capitalization, second only to General Motors and Ford. What does CEO Peter Rawlinson think about this? Well, he thinks Lucid's valuation may be similar to industry leader Tesla. He and Chief Financial Officer Sherry House told CNBC on Wednesday that Lucid's recent rise proves that the company's current valuation is more like Tesla than a traditional automaker. Rawlinson noted that the sky is now the limit, although a lot depends on whether Lucid Group can bring its plans to fruition or not. I think the sky's the limit in terms of valuation, but it's all about execution. It's all about scaling volume. And that's my focus. And I think the share price look up as a result. I feel great about our stock price. The run-up that we've had, where it is today, and also the growth trajectory, frankly, that's in front of us. I see that we're being regarded as a technology company with a platform that's extensible across lots of vehicle variants and sustainable tech. Since its listing through SPAC trading in early 2021, Lucid Group's stock price has risen more than 80%. After Lucid announced that it has reservations for more than 17,000 Air luxury electric cars, the stock price has risen sharply in the past few days. Nevertheless, Lucid's valuation is still far lower than Rivian, about $140 billion and Tesla, $1 trillion. As with Rivian, Lucid has only built a handful of vehicles and has delivered only a few Air sedans so far, though it is looking to increase output in 2022 to 20,000 units. Rawlinson remains optimistic and says the company accomplished its goal to make the best car in the world. The $170K luxury EV, which offers an industry-leading 520-mile range, has just won the prestigious Motor Trend's Car of the Year award. I think the world recognizes we've got an amazing product. I think everyone realizes what I've been promising would be the best car in the world. It's true. It's happened. Finally, Tesla Giga Shanghai is preparing another round of Model Y and Model 3 for foreign countries. The next batch of products exported abroad should contribute to Tesla's last quarter of this year and will perform strongly in 2021. Pictures of Model Y and Model 3 vehicles at a port in China were shared online. Based on Tesla Germany's order page, the cars in the pictures might all be Model Y and Model 3 long-range variants. The delivery dates for the AWD Model Y long-range and Model 3 long-range in Germany are December 2021. Shipping from China to Europe usually takes about 30 days, which means Tesla will arrive at its destination around the second week of December. At that time, Tesla will have at least 2 weeks to deliver Model Y and Model 3 to bookers, and it is likely to be delivered within the fourth quarter of 2021. Earlier this month, Tesla's export tracker spotted 10 ships bound for Europe from Shanghai, carrying made-in-China Model 3 and Model Y vehicles. 2 other Tesla ships are sailing from Fremont to Asia. Earlier this week, Tesla China's order page revealed that the made-in-China Model Y standard range is officially sold out in China for the remainder of the year. The delivery date for the Model Y standard range in China is 10 to 12 weeks as of this writing. The delivery date for the Model 3 standard range plus in China is still 6 to 10 weeks, hinting at the growing demand for the Model Y. Tesla hopes to make Model Y the best-selling car in any category by 2023. The all-electric crossover seems to be achieving the company's goals. Giga Shanghai has played an important role in Tesla's deliveries this year, especially in Model Y. That's all for this video about Tesla, and thank you for watching. If you'd like to receive more updates, make sure you click the subscribe and bell icon and leave a comment because it really matters.